Immediately she began to juice and walk. Endless drinks and endless walks on the beach. Hearing only the voice saying you are not going to die. She would spend hours a day in this conversation. One where she would see his face, identify with his beauty, and truly allow herself to just stand before him. As the weeks passed, so did her hope diminish. Wondering what could happen that would make things in her life strikingly different, she began to panic. It was in this moment of panic that a phone call came. It was from a friend from work, a young girl who knew of her situation. She phoned to share with her that she had been at a spiritualist Christian church, and during the service, a woman named Diane had stood up and looked across the room at her and said, "Your friend has blocked energy and I need to go to her." Straight away, she had thought of the young woman, so she phoned to give her Diane's number. The young woman decided to phone. She waited for the lady to answer, but she did not. With no way to leave a message, the young woman hung up the phone. Over the next 6 days, she phoned incessantly, each day crying out that this would be the day, but nothing. Taking a walk on the beach 1 week later, she thought that she would get a juice from a restaurant along the beach. Consumed with sadness, confusion, and an overwhelming powerlessness, the girl felt vulnerable and unable to process what happened in her life. She was afraid, alone, and in no way concerned or connected to the responsibility of her situation. She was actually paralyzed by everything. As she stood on the curb waiting for a juice, she slowly moved her eyes up and down a telegraph pole on the sidewalk that had small signs stapled on it, advertising local businesses. As she stared blankly, she suddenly saw a small, torn piece of paper. On the paper was written, "Do you have blocked energy? If so, then phone." Moving to the sign, she pulled it down. Staring at the number, her entire body began to shake. This is it. She felt it. Running home to call the number, dialing the number, her hands trembled. "Hello?" a voice said. "Hi," she replied. "I'm phoning about blocked energy." "Oh, yes," replied the woman. "I've been waiting for your call." "Diane?" the girl said. "Yes," replied the lady. "I'm so happy that you have phoned. I've been waiting." "But I did phone," said the girl, "for an entire week." "Oh," she replied. "And what number was it that you were phoning?" Repeating the number to her, Diane confirmed that the number that she had phoned was her friend's number, where she had been staying on the day of church service, and who was out of town, and that the telephone number that the girl had found attached to the pole was actually Diane's home number. Giggling, the lady attempted to comfort her. "Oh, this is just the universe showing us that we're meant to meet," she whispered. Arranging for the session, they confirmed that Diane would come to the young woman's apartment on what was said to be the most healing day of the year. When she entered the apartment, the young girl was amazed at the size of the woman's massage table, that she had carried it up the stairs. She pondered on that table for a moment. What was that for, and what do you do for blocked energies, she thought. Suddenly she realized that she'd put so much hope into the lady coming to her apartment that she had not put any thought into what the process might be involved. Both exchanging mindless chit-chat, the lady worked around her table until it was standing upright, all bright and bold and purple in the centre of the living room, and suddenly the young girl began to feel sick. She had not ever had a treatment such as this. She certainly hoped that it did not involve any hands touching her body. As racing and scrambling thoughts of protection overran her mind, she felt overwhelmed. How could I end this right now, she thought, before it even begins? She wondered. Gently the woman came over and took her hand. Guiding her to the centre of the room, she graciously invited her to take a seat on the massage table. Feeling uneasy, the young woman climbed up and sat on the table. "Okay," said Diane. "Let's get started, shall we?"